dude, there's there's something else I wanted to tell you, and I'm blanking now. It's
About the movie or about something else?
no, about the movie. Like, it's just so fuck. Like, oh, okay. Here's what I wanted to tell you. So the movie ends, right? Listen to how fucking crazy this shit is. The movie ends, and it's like, all right, credits roll, and I went out loud. I went, oh my god, it's perfect. I was like, it's one of the best movies I've ever seen in theaters.
That's pretty high accolades, because you're kind of a movie buff.
A lot of my favorite movies come from, like, the 70s, 80s, 90s.
I feel like you're very nostalgic for the 70s for some reason.
I'm nostalgic for an era I never belonged to.
Born in the wrong generation.
Fucking, yeah. So the movie ends, and I'm going, oh my god. And halfway through the movie, this old man gets up to pee, or go to the bathroom, or get more fucking Mike and Ike's, right?
Right.
And I see this old man, and he's got, like, a hunch, and he's wearing, like, slacks and a button-up tucked in. And I went, oh, shit, an old-timer. I was like, I bet he grew up with the comics. I would love to know what he thinks. And halfway in the movie, I'm like, when this is over, I gotta go ask him what he thought of this movie. Because if he grew up with the books, and especially if it's, like, if he read during, like, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s
Like
era,
the original
comics. Like the Silver Age of comics, it's a different world than what it is now, and everything has to be gritty and realized, which I get it isn't for everybody. I didn't like when they made Batman all gritty, but that was mostly because I think the guy who wrote it and directed it isn't very good. But that being
it's
said,
viewed through the lens of a certain writer, a certain director. It's just a style.
But okay, here's the best part. The director of this movie, and I think he wrote it too, and I forget who told me this, wrote the fucking Hangover trilogy, and wrote Old Boy, and a couple other, like, fucking comedies. And he stopped writing comedy because everyone gets offended because of everything. So he wrote this movie, which is offending everybody. Like, so here. The movie's over, and I went, oh my god, it was perfect. And there's, like, 3 ladies in front of me, and then the old timer and his wife to my left, a row ahead, and then a row ahead was this kid, either his brother or his buddy, and his girlfriend. And this kid couldn't drive, so he was younger than me. And he stood up, and he just went, wow. And I went, dude, wasn't it awesome? And he's like, that's, like, the best movie I've seen all year. I was like, dude, me too. And the old timer gets up, and the ladies in front of me, I heard them going like, well, what is that? Like, what happened? I'm like, what do you mean what happened? Fucking cinematic art just happened. That's what fucking happened. And I didn't say that. But so then, like, the old timer gets up and he's putting on his jacket. I said, did you like it? He goes, could you say you like it? And I went, you didn't like it? And then I said, I think it's a perfect movie. And then the old timer's wife, who I'm going to refer to as Grandma, goes... And that's like saying hell is a perfect vacation. And, like, part of me was just like,
I mean,
whoa.
It is depicting, like, sensitive and serious subject matter, so...
Well, hold on.
It might be uncomfortable for some people to say they like that, but,
it's not even... Hold on. I'll tell you why they're crazy. Not that they're crazy. I shouldn't use that word. I'll tell you why they're fucking small-minded.
You'll tell me why they're wrong.
Well, I don't want to say why they're wrong, but I'll tell you why they're small-minded. In a minute.
Okay.
Because I need to...
Yeah.
So she's like, that's like saying hell is a perfect this and that. And then I said it again to the grandson, and I'm like, it's a perfect movie. She's like, that's like saying Hades is a perfect vacation spot. And part of me wanted to go, some like it hot. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So I'm sitting there with Kyle. I went with Kyle and his nephew. So, Kyle. Kyle gets a shout out every week.
Yeah, special guest Kyle. He's a special guest for a reason.
We were going to actually have him on, but we couldn't figure out how to record all of us since now we're doing cameras.
It was kind of short notice.
Yeah.
We were going to try, but we'll figure it out. We'll get him on soon enough.
So the movie's over, and we go walk out, and you know what theater we went to? We went to the one that we always go to.
Of course. Yeah.
And you know how you pass the bathroom, and, like, everybody stops at the bathroom because it's time to do bathroom activities?
Yeah.
I see the kid with his buddy or whatever waiting there. I was like, man, wasn't that great? And we're talking and we're bullshitting, and this kid couldn't drive because his grandparents drove him. The old timer and grandma drove him. This kid was like, he knew his shit when it came to movies. He was like, it reminded me, certain shots reminded me of Scorsese, and certain things were like this. And he was comparing this movie to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which is another movie that I really
enjoyed.
That I really enjoyed, and I hate that I'm saying this, but I like Joker more than that. Because I never thought I'd be like, oh, like a Tarantino movie came out this year, and it wasn't the best movie to come out this year. It was the second best. Like, it surprises me.
That's big from you, because
Yeah.
you love Tarantino.
Yeah, and I'm a dialogue guy. If you've ever played D&D with me, you know that. But like,
I know that.
That's why I love Tarantino movies, because it's a soap opera. Like, that's all it is. And it's a soap opera that has really, really crazy camera angles and weird shit that you don't ever think of.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there and I'm talking to him, and he's like, I think Joaquin Phoenix is one of the greatest actors of our generation. I felt like a sophisticate talking to this kid. And I mean kid.
Me, an intellectual.
Yeah, I was like, and he was telling me, he was comparing this to other movies and saying this of camera angles, and like, I was like, wow, kid, you really know what you're talking about. Like, it wasn't like I think I'm really good at bullshitting people and knowing very little knowledge and making it seem like I know everything about it. And if
But this kid like wasn't bullshitting you.
I don't think he was. Like, I think I have a really good BS detector, I think. And I don't think he was bullshitting me. Like, I really think he knew his shit. And I'm talking to him, and then Grandma comes out of the bathroom. She's like, all right, let's go. Come on, we gotta go. And he's like, oh, I guess I gotta go. My grandma's pushing me along. I said, all right, man, have a good night. And then Grandma's walking away. I'm like, get home safe, like, drive safe, like, get home safe. And she looks at me and she goes, I've had enough out of you. And I was like, what the fuck?
Whoa.
And like, she walked away and started and like, part of me, like, you know, when you get that like fight or flight feeling where like I could fucking like part of me wanted to fight back. Part of me wanted to be like, yeah, fuck you, bitch. I smoked reefer before I got here. My girlfriend's black, and I vote Democrat, yo, bitch. Like, just, I wanted to say everything that I could piss off. Like, she was upset because Fox News told her to be upset.
Dude, you wanted to fight this boomer.
Yes, and it, like I didn't smoke reefer before the show. My girlfriend's not black, and I don't vote. So, like, I just wanted to say whatever I could to piss her off. And like, I was like, you, and it wasn't even like, it wasn't, and this is what pissed me off the most. It wasn't even like, you're wrong because this, and this. It was, your opinion is wrong, and that upsets me. And she walked away. It wasn't even like, how could you like that because of X,
there
Y,
was
Z?
no discourse.
There was nothing. There was like, I came over your house. What's your favorite cereal?
My favorite cereal? Probably Lucky Charms.
What's your least favorite cereal? Cool. I came over with a box of raisins and said, hey man, I brought your favorite cereal. And you just went, fuck you, and went in your room.
like what?
I didn't learn anything. What happened?
Yeah.
Like, I wanted her to be like, this didn't need to happen. Why does that have to happen? You shouldn't do this and that. Like, you're watching a movie about a man who has severe mental problems. Like,
what do you expect?
okay, like, to come back into a more positive kind of light.